So there might be some big changes coming to this channel, and not necessarily good. So before I get into what's going on and the seriousness of this, I thought I would give you a little bit of history of this channel. So what was it? I guess it was 2017, 16 or 17, I don't remember the specific date. Carolyn and I was working for a sheltered workshop. We'd just gotten debt free, saved up a lot of money, bought a pop-up camper, and we decided to do something crazy and travel the road. And we did that for, what, 3 or 4 years. Carolyn said that I could run a YouTube channel, try to make money. Back then it was a little bit easier to make money on YouTube. In order to get your first paycheck, you have to have $100 saved up. So if it takes you a year to make $100, you have to wait a year to get your money. I was able to pat myself on the back, get a $100 paycheck my first month on YouTube. She said, let's travel. I mean, this was all, I mean, it's not like she was demanding anything. We talked about it and compromised, and she said that I could start a YouTube channel, and I had to have 5,000 subscribers by the first year, which I think was a kind of a requirement that I set on myself. Oh, and I was so close to, I mean, like maybe 20 or 30 away of the first year. I got on Facebook. I had a Facebook group at the time. I'll talk about what my channel was about back then. I asked them that if they hadn't subscribed to please subscribe, and they all came over and they subscribed, and I got the 5,000 subscribers exactly 1 year later. I don't think Carolyn would have held me to it. We were so close. I mean, it was like 4,975. I mean, it was ridiculously close. It never made a lot of money. The very first video was of me and Carolyn sitting in the backyard at night. I set the camera in front of a fire that we had made in the backyard, and it was just some music and fire. And then I started working on the pop-up camper, cleaning it up. Oh, I was terrible at making videos. I thought I was good, but I used to do this thing, hello, little house off the road, subscribers and followers. Everybody hated that. I got so many complaints about that. And it took me forever to finally just say, you know what, let's get rid of that. And now that I listen to it now, oh, it was terrible. That's so stupid. I cringe every time I watch it. And I even look at some of the videos that I made right before we left the nomadic lifestyle, and they still make me cringe. The very first video of me being here, I actually like. It's not too bad. I've made a lot of changes to the channel. I've done a lot of different things, different formats, different ideas. One thing has been pretty consistent about the channel is, except for last year. Last year was terrible. Around August, the channel explodes and then dies off again around January. And everybody on YouTube makes excuses as to why this happens. And none of them are right. I mean, mine is just a theory also, but I think it's a pretty solid theory, and I'm going to get into that a little bit more later. I guess I just don't have the personality for YouTube. I mean, I don't know what it is. There's just something wrong with my channel that I don't quite understand. Of course, the trolls are going to tell me exactly what it is, and they tell me every day exactly what my problem is. The problem is that's not the problem. YouTube actually specifies things that I have to do, and I do exactly what they tell me, and it's the only reason I have grown as well as I have. Now, I'm not going to tell you what they complain about, because that just gives them ammo. I mean, boy, I mean, they jump all over it. YouTube videos have been made about me, about this problem. I mean, there's a guy on YouTube, he's got like 7,000 subscribers. He's been making YouTube videos for 10 years. 7,000 subscribers telling me that my channel is terrible and I need to make changes and do it the way he does it. And I don't understand that. Why would I want to take my 89,000 subscribers and go down to 7,000 subscribers? Very confusing. But everybody's got a solution. But I feel like I actually do pretty good. I mean, I know my personality is pretty rough. I don't have kids. I don't have a pretty woman in the background. I mean, boy, if you go to type in off-grid, you can go incognito and you type in off-grid, and you will see all the women just as naked as they can possibly be and still get away with it. Even married women do this. Their husbands allow them to do it. So I struggle in this niche because of that. Now, if you'd started just a couple years a YouTube channel before I did, I think YouTube was a lot easier back then. But YouTube got into a lot of shadow banning, woke ideas. It's the best way I think I can put that in there. You know, being a white male, it's pretty tough to be on YouTube now. Now, if you've got a channel that had, I don't know, let's say 200,000-300,000 subscribers before all this mess happened, then you're in pretty good shape. But I didn't have that. I mean, I just came in too late. We traveled the country, and I was doing the Hello Little House on the Road subscribers and followers, and we were able to actually save quite a bit of money. Now, that last year on the road, we went to Arizona, but I don't think it was Arizona that really did it. Maybe it was, but we went to New Mexico and Arizona, Utah, and my channel really took off. Now, again, that was in the August time frame. Got a lot of subscribers, a lot of views. And then come February, maybe it was, I think it was February, every day I went negative subscribers, every day. It was the first time that had ever happened to me. And now that is just the routine. That you get a big boost of subscribers, and then every day you get negative subscribers. Now, I will tell you that trolls do this little trick, but again, I'm not going to give them any special treatment here, but they have this way of making it look like that I'm losing tons of subscribers. I don't think it works. I don't think that does what they think it does. I don't think it hurts my channel, but I mean, it's just the trolls, and I don't know if they do it to everybody or just me. I would imagine they do it to everybody, but regardless, when you're a middle-aged guy, I don't even know, maybe over the hill now, I don't know, and you're trying to capture an audience that is primarily young people. If you look at YouTube and TikTok, it's just young people. You will find that it's hard to get an audience. The people who watch my channel are primarily in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. And you know, they give you all kinds of information to tell you that. And I don't know how to not break away from that. I mean, it's a great audience. I don't want to break away. I don't know how to capture more of an audience, the younger generation. I guess if I bring in a young woman and have her go mostly topless, that would bring in a younger audience. That's about the only thing I can think to do. Of course, I'm never gonna do that. That's ridiculous. So then we moved here, and the channel exploded again that August. I mean, just massively, better than the first time. Then I did something really stupid. I don't know if it was stupid, but it was the only thing I could do, I guess is the best way to put it, is I started building a tiny house. So I was getting, let's say 50,000 views per video. And then I started building a tiny house, and my views dropped down to 20,000 per video. And from that point on, it just kept dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. People did not sign up to this channel to watch a tiny house build. But again, I'm not really sure what I could have done, because that's what I had to do. I mean, if you look at the channel, Little House Off Grid, it's a two niche channels. What the problem is, you got the little house and you got the off-grid part. But I think a lot of people signed up for the off-grid part. The next year was miserable. I talked to Carolyn several times about giving up YouTube, doing something else, maybe doing small engine repair around here. The only problem with doing a small engine repair shop around here is there's two other shops just down the road, maybe 2 miles. It would be a high competition in an area that doesn't have a lot of people. So that's the only reason that we kind of shied away from that. But we talked about a lot of different things, selling chicken eggs, selling chickens. We talked about cutting up firewood and selling firewood. But Carolyn said, you know what? You do make some money, and it's enough to pay the insurance on the truck, to fill the truck up with gasoline, and to take us to the grocery store. So why do we need a bunch of money? Well, of course, I can think of a million reasons, but when I really sat back and listened to her philosophy that this is the perfect life. We don't need a lot of stuff. We don't need a lot of money. And our savings account is pretty good. So let's just hang in there and see what happens. And so I did. I hung in there, and it was frustrating. When you're on YouTube, it's a very frustrating job. I guess all jobs are frustrating. You hang in there the best you can. You do the best you can. And then you cuss YouTube constantly because you know what they're telling you isn't true. When you make a YouTube channel, you immediately ask YouTube, how do you grow a channel? And there are specific experts out there who make YouTube channels. They all say the same thing, all of them. And I do everything they tell me to the letter. Anytime I watch one of their videos now, I learn nothing new. Just the other day, I watched an expert and he was telling me how to make thumbnails. And I mean, I nailed every point that he made. And so it's really interesting that I keep doing everything I'm told to do, and I can't capture that younger audience. But again, I just face facts that I'm an old guy. Well, then this last August, it exploded again. I doubled my channel size. Getting views on videos that you think, is this video doing so well? Canning video. I made a comment about canning lids. The title was about canning lids. It was a ridiculous video. I mean, just a ordinary video, nothing special. And it exploded. Made a video about the well. I've made hundreds of videos about the well. It exploded. Nothing special. And you're wondering, what is different about this video that I haven't said a million times before? And you just scratch your head, bewildered. Who knows? So I always worry about what's going on at YouTube. Now, YouTube is owned by Google, and Google is owned by Alphabet Company, I think. So the CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki, I think her name is, I think gets in a lot of trouble about every August. Because what's interesting is every August, she makes changes to the algorithm, and it's quite clear. You'll get the financial report, the YouTube financial report, and they've lost, $10 billion, $5 billion. Every year I've read the financial report, they've lost billions. And every year, about August time frame, the channel explodes. Everybody's channels explode. You can watch YouTube videos and you'll start getting hints. Boy, the channel's doing great right now. Or you'll look at their views, and they've been getting 20,000 views for last year, and all of a sudden they've got 2 million views. And then they start sending out changes and notifications saying, do this so you can make more money. One of the things they did this last August was they allow me to sell products. I put this up next box, or this pop-up, I forget what it's called, and I can list products from Google on this, and if you click it, I get, I don't know, a penny or something per click, whatever it is. So there you're telling me, oh, they lost billions, so Susan Wojcicki is trying to figure out a way to make money. Well, then January rolls back around, and then you start getting all these notifications about wokeness again. And they even send out little surveys telling you, what kind of ethnicity are you, and all your partner preferences. I don't want to say all that, it just grosses me out. So you got to fill those out. And I know that when I fill mine out, it's hurting me. White male, oh, there goes my channel. But how are you going to lie? I mean, that's who I am, look. So she is quitting, and that has me concerned. There's a second thing going on also. YouTube is being sued, so that is at the Supreme Court right now. With Susan resigning, it has me hugely concerned. At least I knew what to expect with Susan. I knew that every August, at least almost every August, that my channel would do well. But, what is the new person going to bring to the table? Is he going to be focused on making a profit? Or is he going to be more focused on sending me out surveys asking me what color I am? I know people tell me, go to a different platform. But YouTube is where all the viewers are. People say, well, we'll follow you. They don't, because I started a channel on Rumble. I even told everybody to go over to Rumble. Nobody went. So if you click this up next box, take to a video where I was talking about building another tiny house. So I hope I can inspire you to hang in there. See what happens when you're living your dreams. Thanks for watching.